Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins.
I was going to say, do your thing, woman.
I'm doing it. Hi, I'm Sue, also known as Crafting Dinner 7. Today we are Saturday, October 22nd, and this is episode 178.
Still trying to figure out how that happened.
I don't know. And this is basically the Rhinebeck and the Texas episode.
Part of the Rhinebeck episode. Because as you'll note, Selma's not here.
Yes,
she has stash too.
She's going to have her own show for that one.
Well, no, because she didn't buy as much as I did.
Welcome back to those who've been here before, and if you're new, we're glad you joined us.
You can find us on Ravelry, Facebook. Sorry, I'm tangled. Our blog at twotangledskeins.com. YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. We have an Instagram account for the podcast, and we each have our own individual accounts. Selma is actually getting quite active on Instagram.
Yes,
so
I know.
You should, and she's a pretty damn good photographer, so you should follow her.
Yes,
you didn't start the timer.
Oh, hey, timer.
I don't know why we... Because, I mean, there's the time at the bottom of the
We can't see it.
I can. But it's because it's not across the room anymore.
No.
So there.
Where am I? So, you have a foe.
Oh, I'm so excited.
When I wrote the show notes, it was possibly.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure I was going to get it finished in time. So, has a foe. I don't remember what bag I put it in, though. I have like 5 bags here. I think it's this one. So let's get the bag down without knocking over my Coke. It is not this one. So, well, sure, make me look stupid on camera, bag, because it's the bag's full. I finished this last night. It's only missing buttons.
So it is finished without buttons. Because you told me it wasn't.
Jen said it wasn't, but I'm saying
okay,
Jen.
because I have a finished baby sweater and no buttons.
Because look at how cute it is.
Did you take away the beige for the sleeves?
I did, and I put beige button bands.
Oh, or is it right here?
No, there's one row of beige for the sleeves, because the sleeves are supposed to be the same color as the body, and I was like, nope. Because this yarn is just too awesome. So this is the Sweet Baby Sweater by Carolyn Wiens. I believe it's pronounced W-I-E-N-S. It's made out of Juliana's Fiber Prism. And this down here is the Dale Garn Eco Baby Wool in sand that we were sent. And I love this pattern so, so much. Because you basically knit it straight until you get down here. Here. Let's pan that way.
We'll never get that.
I'm directionally challenged without the mirror effect. So up to here, where it switches to beige, it is knit flat. And then you separate, you attach the beige and start knitting in the round. Separate for the sleeves.
Which you thought was a slog.
No, not separating for the sleeves.
No,
but
the
this part here was the black hole of knitting.
She messages me aside from the group and goes, I'm in the black hole.
Because it was never ending. It's just straight knitting with no stitch markers, no nothing to break it up.
For Lynn, that's boring.
So boring! But I did it. And I made it about an inch shorter than it was supposed to be because it looked like it was big enough. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's not supposed to be a tunic. It's supposed to be a sweater. And I haven't blocked it yet, which is why the bottom is curling up like this. And surprisingly, the sleeve ends are not blocked, but they're smaller circles, so.
Yeah, they're fine. It's really nice.
And the button bands are then sewn on and then attached at the bottom here. And I originally did this part.
What do you mean sewn on?
Well, you pick up stitches and you do them, and then you sew the bottoms.
Right.
And I originally sewed the part that the buttons go in, like the with the buttonholes. I originally sewed that onto the, like, behind the other one. So I had to undo it and redo it, and it was a pain in the butt. But this is going to be a very special baby.
Did you finish that this morning or last night?
I finished it this morning because I had an inch of sleeve left to do when I went to bed.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, I need sleep.
Sleep
so I went to bed, and when I woke up, I woke up at 6 to go pee, and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I got up, I finished the sleeve, and then I went back to bed.
I woke up at 3. Boing! Eyes wide open. Don't have to pee. Don't know why. Managed to get back to sleep. 5 a.m. Boing! Again. Then I just fell asleep when Sean was getting pissed off at the cat. I'm like, I'm up.
I went to bed at like 12:30 last night, and then woke up at 6, and then went back to bed at 9.
I also didn't take my sleep aid because reasons, and so that's probably why I woke up.
Probably. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Sleep aids are good.
Baby sweater. It's so cute and little, and I can't wait until there's a little body inside it. And I won't flip it around quite that much when there's a little body inside of it. Well, I would hope not. But I can't wait till there's a little person inside of it.
Just seeing Chris by the baby, what do you call that thing?
The incubator.
Incubator was just like, oh my god. What?
I didn't ask her permission to talk about it on the podcast.
Sorry. Cute baby. Is that okay?
So, yes. That's my only foe. This is basically all I've done for the last 4 days. Took me 12 days to knit the sweater.
When I came into work on Tuesday, you had already like a good couple inches you were working on.
I've actually been knitting this mostly on the bus.
You're knitting on the bus?
I am knitting on the bus.
Oh my!
I could not crochet on the bus because there were too many color changes.
Right.
I would have had to have all the balls readily available, and because I was able to crochet on the bus, but it was I could only crochet for like 2 minutes, and then I had to change colors. And
you're knitting in a moving vehicle.
It's a pain in the butt to change colors in a moving bus.
With people that can be rude.
Well, not only that, but I have to take up a lot of space to do this because I need all 4 balls out, and I need to be able to, cut and whatever, and weave in ends, and so I've got a lot of paraphernalia involved when I was doing the hexagons, so it wasn't exactly the most bus conducive project, but this was easy. I was knitting, and I was doing it at the bus stop, and I was doing it at the grocery store.
She's winding for her next project.
Yeah, I'm making another one of these for another little baby who's coming soon. So this is the yarn I'm winding for.
Hopefully not sooner than expected.
Well, none of my business.
No. But when babies want out.
They want out.
Yep.
When they're ready, they let you know.
So I will show my whip. Only thing I knit, I did bring 2 sock projects with me to Texas. Kind of knit on one of my Pirates Love Rainbows, but that was it. I cast this on like I think a day or 2 before the flight, and this is a Lisa Much pattern, and it's called Plume.
I really like that one.
And it's a 2-colored one. So what I'm using here is Julia Slay Lazu sock in the birch colorway, and then the other color, the contrasting color, is Ancient Arts yarn in the Inuit art. So there's a lot of grays in there, which it'll pull out really nicely. But I will show you a picture because, never prepared for this part. This is the one I like the most. So that's pretty much it. And it's kind of addicting. There's 1 row of increases, and then it's knits and purls. And this is being knit on, what color are my needles? Green. 4.0 millimeters. US 6.
Her signatures.
My signature. I only have 2, 4 and 4.5, because those are the ones I use the most. And I think that's all I have to say about that.
Good Lord, woman. What have you been doing?
This.
What you working on?
Oh, what am I working on now?
Yeah.
At the moment? Wow.
Jeez, lady.
Bossy McBossy.
Yeah.
What I just basically picked up off the ground it's my bag. And this is a travel shopping bag because I can't fit the sweater into anything else. So I decided I'm going to pick up this again. You all know what this is.
But you're going to tell them anyway.
Yeah. It's the Marco Polo by Ella Torrente. And it is on size 4.5 millimeters, which is a US 7. And let me see if I can get this right. This is Cascade Superwash Sport.
Yes.
In brown, burnt orange, and cream.
Well, all you gotta do is look at the sleeve.
No, I'm trying to think of the color names because I keep thinking this is red. But the rest of the body is done. It's here.
And it is called Cascade 220, even though there aren't 220 yards.
Yeah, that was kind of a...
It's 220 Sport.
But it's gotten to the point where I can't fit it into any of my other bags. So I need to get this off. And this is stockinette, so...
Yeah.
You know.
It's the black hole of knitting.
It is.
Except you have to switch every 12 rows, so it's not the black hole.
Okay.
You actually have measurable progress. Which I did not. I was getting so frustrated. So I'll start with my whips, because that's all she's got.
That's all she has.
This will be cast on before I leave today, most likely, if I ever get finished with winding it. This is going to be another Sweet Baby Sweater by Carolyn Weens, and this is Seattle Sky Dye Works. Miss Mated is the base, and the colorway is Grunge. So this is a 70% superwash merino, 30% silk, and it is lovely to even just wind.
It's Seattle Grunge.
And the other yarn is going to be, again, the other ball of Dale Garn Eco Baby Wool. Because I was like, if I can get away with using only one ball of the Dale Garn, then I can do a second sweater exactly the same.
And still have enough to make socks.
Yeah, I still have enough of the Julianas to make a pair of socks. I have 70 grams left. So I used
win-win
35 grams roughly to make the sweater of the Julianas, and I used an entire ball of the Dale Garn Eco Wool. And my goal was I want to use all the yarns we've been sent to review before the end of the year. So I used the Dale Garn, and I have to say it is not the softest wool. Like it's not super wash, so it doesn't have that smoothness. But I get the feeling that this sweater is going to last forever. It's a very nice, solid, sturdy yarn. And it was actually quite pleasant to knit with.
Yeah, Selma was saying the same thing. And
I really enjoyed it. And as I was knitting the baby sweater, I was like, I could totally see doing an entire adult sweater in this. It would last forever. So as far as I'm concerned, buy it. Absolutely buy it. It is very, very good yarn. I think it would be a nice workhorse everyday yarn. That's much like Cascade 220. And I get the feeling they're going to start seeing a lot of people buying this for their I want this to last projects.
Yeah, that's good.
I may buy some to make myself some car mittens.
Yeah, because Selma just made those fingerless gloves, and with the little roughness to it, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't rough enough that it bothered me to knit with it, and I just really, really enjoyed knitting with it. So that's why I'm making a second one. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that it was done on a US 3 needle, which is a 3.25 millimeter. I actually bought the needle at Rhinebeck.
Oh, your Chowgu?
Yeah, because I had a 16-inch knit picks in that size, and it just wasn't long enough. Like, it was okay until I got halfway through the increases, and then it was all bunched together. So
yeah, that's not fun.
I bought a 24-inch Chowgu while I was at Rhinebeck. And I'm having trouble untangling this.
I go to the 32.
There we go.
I always have 32.
Yeah, I find 32 a little bit too long. The 24 was just perfect for this.
But I use interchangeables too, so I can always change the cord when I need to.
And I'm going to put this down now because I do have other whips.
Because all the knitting...
This you guys have seen before a long time ago, but you have seen it before. This is my hitchhiker.
Oh, you brought it home from work?
Yes. And I actually used one of Sarah's stitch markers. This is from Rabbit Ribbit Lamb. It's a progress keeper that she made me. It is, I believe, Jasper and Volcanic Rock. I think it's Jasper. But anyway, it's this lovely little gray and black stitch marker. And yes, it is bugging me that it dangles. It is bothering me.
I was going to say,
it was bothering me the whole time I was knitting with it. But I was like, no, I want to use Sarah's stitch markers. So I had bought these for myself. So these are my Rabbit Ribbit Lamb stitch markers. And that's where I was the last time you saw it. So I've had a little bit of progress. This was my office knitting.
Oh, that's not bad.
And so this is the Hitchhiker by Martina Beam. And it is out of My Color Wheelhouse Gradient yarn, sock yarn in the Arctic Kiwi. You can see it's starting to get darker at the top here. In the Arctic Kiwi colorway. It is so lovely to knit with. It's a very nice, plump, very soft yarn. And it is done on a size 2.5, which is a 3 millimeter.
This is a shaking my head out of regret.
That you let me have it?
Because Because I'm like, no, I don't want green.
Is it Shannon or Sharon? My Color Wheelhouse. Neither?
No.
I'm sorry, I've totally forgotten your name.
Now I've forgotten. No, now I've forgotten her name.
I thought it was Shannon.
No. It starts with an A.
Oh, it's Allison. I'm so sorry. Wow. I don't know where I got Shannon from.
I don't know.
Possibly from hanging out with Shannon last weekend at Run. I don't know. I'm sorry, Allison. I feel like a dumbass. Anyway, this is lovely, lovely to knit with, and I love it. And it is living in my Marvel bag from Andrea, the cat lady. Get off of there. And I swear every time I use this bag, somebody asks me where I got it. And I'm like, no, mine.
It's one of a kind.
My dad wants to steal it, and I'm like, over my dead body, Dad. Because I have given him some of my project bags in the past. He's not getting this one. And I love the ribbons. I really, really love the ribbons. They're so much fun. I saw the trailer for Logan. I'm so excited. Old Hugh Jackman.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty hot in that.
Is that one guy we agree we both like?
And this was my other cast on, which is living in my Anne of Green Gables bag.
You're talking about the East Coasters today.
I could not wait to use this bag. I love it so much, and I've got my little Anne of Green Gables needle keeper as well. I love it. It's such a fun bag. Selma bought me a pattern for my birthday, and of course, as soon as I was done the blanket, I cast it on that night. The night my cousin got married, my birthday, I cast these on.
Are those my needles?
No, these are my needles.
You did buy some.
You had Stephanie send me an entire set for my birthday last year.
Oh, right. Hey. All I have is Knitter's Pride. That's why I'm just like...
So, no, they're not yours. You can't have them back. Selma bought me a pattern called the Hornet Socks. And I'm making them out of green yarn, so they're my green hornets. Because I'm a nerd.
And because I can.
Everybody I have said that to has just kind of gone...
But it's Lynn.
It's me. They're my green hornet socks.
I mean, I might have shaken...
And they don't show up on that monitor the right color, because I took a picture of them for Ravelry, and it didn't come up the right color. It's actually much brighter than that. It's very close to the color of the Hitchhiker.
Closer. Will it do it? No. Closer.
No, it's got this weird sort of faded tinge to it. And
you're knitting with two bright greens.
I am knitting with the same shade of green on two projects. Which is why I need to cast on some other things that are not green. But, so these are the Hornet. It's called The Hornet by Heatherly Walker.
It's an interesting stitch pattern.
It is a really fun stitch pattern, and I'm really enjoying knitting them. And I'm doing the 64 stitch, and I think it's going to be plenty big. Because it did call for 2.5s. This is a 2.5 millimeter, which is US 1.5. And it is a Knit Picks Stroll Tonal in the Springtime Tonal colorway that I got from Crystal in the spring, I guess.
I think I have that exact color.
No, yours is different.
Is it?
Yeah, we checked. Yours was a different colorway, but it's a very similar color.
The one that's in my stash?
Yep.
Oh.
Different colorway.
Why are you checking?
You checked, because you were sure it wasn't the same colorway name.
See? I don't remember anything. I keep you around for a reason.
So these are my birthday socks that I cast on for myself, and I'm loving them. The only reason I stopped was because I wanted to finish the baby sweater, and I have to print out because it's got a patterned heel, and I have to print out the chart for it.
Do you want to print that here?
No. Okay. I'm not going to do it yet. I've got another baby sweater to finish first.
Ready then.
So I've been having lots of fun with those.
Cool.
And is it Moira?
Yep.
Moira, I love.
She remembered your name.
Love the bag.
That is impressive.
Love it.
She just...
Unfortunately, I still don't remember people's faces, because all kinds of people were coming up to me at the podcaster meetup going, I've met you before. And I'm like,
yes.
Okay. Sure you have. I don't know. You might have. You probably did.
Was
multiple
this
times.
The year that you've had the most people want to stop and take pictures?
It was, yeah, well, I was actually walking around this time and not hiding in a corner. I tried to be a little bit braver because Sue wasn't there. So I figured I had to be the brave one. And Selma actually schmoozed with a lot more people than I did.
Well, it's Selma.
But yeah, we had a really good time this year. And so, yeah, there's a lot of pictures of me floating around out there with people I don't know. So
And they just keep popping up on Instagram.
A couple of people have posted them so far in the group. And okay, I vaguely remember that. It was a long day, too. Like, it was...
Yeah, you went to start from start to finish.
Yeah, we showed up around 10, and we stayed until they closed the gates.
There was no more lineup at that point.
No. There was a lineup to get out, though, because there was an accident at one entrance.
It takes long enough to get out with on normal days.
It was so much fun.
Oh. Did you have the troopers guiding you?
No, well, yeah, but I ended up getting lost on the way out going, wait, I thought we were already on this street. Crap, no we're not. Let's turn this way. We found our way. It was all good.
So want to do the giveaway winners?
Sure.
So we had 2 giveaways this week, or this past 2 weeks. And one of them was for the Be Still shawl by Diane Lancier, who is Freedom for You on Ravelry. Gorgeous shawl that you can use a gradient for. And it comes in 2 sizes, like a smaller version and a larger version.
It really is pretty.
It is.
And I have to tell you, her product shot, like I love her hair.
I know! It's when she has the picture on the side, it's like you see the colors.
I just love her hair.
Yeah.
And she's a nice lady, too. She's local to us, and we've both met her, and she's a very nice lady.
Yeah. So I did the random number generator before Lynn got here, and there were 18 posts for the Be Still shawl, and the winner was number 17, who is Delaney 33. There was no first name on your profile, so Delaney, I'm not sure if that's your first name or not, and she's from Colorado Springs.
Actually, if it's not your first name, it's a very clever pun. Because look at how she spelled Delaney.
Oh!
Knitter puns.
Yep. Do you want to do the other one?
I keep getting yarn in my mouth. The other one was the Lightning Strike hat by Mina Phillip, aka Mina86, or the Expat Knitter, who is very rapidly filling up her little Nuggets dresser with hand knits and toys and all kinds of lovely things because she's, I think, 26 weeks now.
Yeah, she's getting
thereabouts.
there.
So we're very excited. I keep saying that Mina is going to be drowned in hand knits from other knitters.
I think so.
I mean, our friends get hand knits when they have babies, but
oh, this is going to be a whole other level. I keep having yarn on my shirt, and I look in the... That's twice now.
Mm-hmm. It'll happen again.
I know.
You just wanted to wear that shirt again.
Yes.
She bought that shirt in Texas.
I bought it at one of the famous barbecue joints in Austin. Come on,
Which apparently has awesome sauce.
They do. So it's getting off one of the flights. There was a pilot waiting to get on for the next one. He's like, hey, awesome sauce.
Okay, so...
Next winner.
This winner
was,
was post number 31, which is Me Bakes, I guess, is Marie from Ottawa. I've never met Marie, but hi Marie, you won, and congratulations. And so
I will let both designers know, and they will gift you your pattern.
Yes, now that we've had complete non-sequiturs in the middle of announcing
everything, because that's just us.
I'm also a little loopy right now because I only woke up at noon.
Sorry. Right now?
Shut up.
So, you're first on the stash. I'm just going to sit back and knit.
You go first.
Oh.
I want to finish this first.
Okay, fine.
And I will probably finish it by the time you're done.
So, in one of the gift shops on the Riverwalk in San Antonio, which is quite lovely, and you actually feel like you're in Mexico when you're walking on there, is this coaster that I saw.
Wasn't the other side Mexico?
Yes, but the Riverwalk. So I got this coaster for myself. This is San Antonio, and it has kitties. Just had to have it. It's so cute. Okay, bring up the bag of goodies. There are 4 yarn shops. I went to 4, but I only bought from 3. But the first thing I want to talk about is when I met up with Jeanette to do our mini yarn crawl. I kind of knew this was coming because she kind of maybe said it on the podcast, but I was still excited to see it. she knit me this gorgeous green. Yeah, the green's not picking it up. Cowl, so it's a infinity cowl.
Which is weird because it's picking up blues and teals better.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do look a little more teal than light blue. This is a baby blue shirt, like a light blue shirt.
I love this pattern. And I think it was a test knit from what she said. So she gave me that, and it's gorgeous and soft and green. And I don't wear cowls normally at work, like as accent pieces. And I actually did, and I got a lot of compliments. So thank you again, Jeanette.
Yeah, people were like, did you knit that? And she's like, no.
No.
But it was knit for me.
Yep. It was from a knitter.
Well, clearly.
Yes. I got surprised at work the other day. And Jen, Storm Coast, this is for you. Lynn brought me back. Oh, wow, that orange is picking up.
Yeah, I told Sarah when she, because she was saying last night, you guys are making me want to spin. I said, wait till you see Sue's fiber.
So, Sarah, isn't it gorgeous? And I'm glad it's not green. And it is Environments Variegated Merino Roving. So
it's from New England Felting Supply.
Where did you see that?
That's because I know that's.
Oh, there. Okay. So I got to get the green she bought me off of the wheel so I can spin this.
Mm-hmm. And that's super squishy merino.
It is.
I found it funny that they actually skeined it up like that because it's very, very compressible. Like it's not at all tight.
We went to a store that's a close friend of Jeanette's. And well, at least they were chummy, so I figured they knew each other. And it was called Yarn Barn in San Antonio. And the person who owns the store, they make their own yarn. Mostly. So, I can't get the thing. So it's Barn Owl Yarns. It won't focus. There we go. And it's a gradient. And it's called Red Squirrel. I seem to be that if I don't pick green, I'm picking orange lately. Mm-hmm. Which, is fine. And while I was there was a yarn crawl going on. I wasn't really part of the actual yarn crawl, but they gave me 2 patterns, both for this yarn. One of them is called Migla by Susanna I.C. Sorry, don't want to give away any of the details. So that's the pattern there. Not quite sure that pattern is for me, because it's kind of an offset one, but cute. And the other one is Rolling Cascades by Enid Kruger. I just love the model. Like the model? And then we went to Lucky You Yarn. We were visiting Nathan, who was the groom. He works in a brewery, and we were going to visit him in the town over, and I was like, ooh, yarn stores. Because, as one does. And it was called Lucky You Yarn, I think I said that. And I was walking around with this in my hand. Because it's called Bilbo Baggins. Then I kept picking up other yarn going, oh, it's got Tencel, I can't use that. Oh, it's got Tencel, I can't use that. Whatever. So then I found this skein for me. Oh. Where's the other one? I found this skein for me, and I had brown and I had this in my hand, and the lady told me to choose this for me as a shawl. But okay. And this is called Shepherd 815 Book. Shepherd Book.
Okay, but what kind of yarn is it?
Oh, sorry. It is a superwash merino nylon, and it's their platinum sock by Heavenly Fiber.
That's what I was trying to get you to get to.
Sorry.
Who made the damn yarn?
And so I get to the cash, I pay, and I get in the car, and I go, la 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 la. 50-50 Tencel. Tencel.
You'll be fine.
Superwash merino. For socks for my husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Okay. If Lynn says I'll be fine.
You'll be
and
fine.
This is their Glimmer Fingering Weight sock in Bilbo Baggins.
It's gorgeous.
When I went into the store, he's like, 1. I'm like, okay. Come up to the store and he's like, what'd you get? And I gave him the bill. He's like, that's cost 1 skein cost that? I'm like, well, no, you said 1, so this one's for you. It doesn't count. This one's for me. Or, sorry, that one's for me. Hey, we work it,
right?
Did
he buy that?
He did. And then Jeanette had a discounted skein, and she actually came back to my hotel to deliver this to me. And it is Open Skies yarn, and this is at the end of the day, 100% merino.
That's just absolutely gorgeous.
It's like, I'm like, I don't know.
It's showing, the blue is showing up a lot more vivid. It's a much more muted blue.
Yeah. But I mean, look at that.
It is beautiful.
And I gave her the last skein that I had dyed up from my first batch. So next yarns are going to be, I'm going to be putting them in the shop. But isn't this, what do you think I should make with this? Feel it? Apparently that's what I'm going to make with it. The next, oh, and one of the stores I got this because I wanted a bigger gauge thing for when I'm doing swatches, and it just happens to be bright green. And you can't tell, it looks yellow. I know, it's soft. The other two things I can't show because I'm going to be making somebody something out of them.
Yep.
I think that's it.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's enough. For not going to Rhinebeck, it's enough.
I walked in with 3 huge bags.
I think she has a lot of sheep with her.
I only bought 1 yarn.
And you spent a lot less than the rest of them.
I did, but that's because everything I bought was marked down. Everything I bought was marked down.
Which is a bonus for you.
The only yarn I bought was this. I bought 6 skeins of it, and I was stupid.
Why did I think the huppah was white?
I just wanted it a natural color,
okay.
Not dyed. And this is not dyed yarn. I feel really, really stupid, though, because I needed 2,000 yards Fahrenheit. I saw these skeins for 9 something each. And it's like, it's not soft stuff by any stretch of the imagination, but it doesn't have to be because I'm not going to be wearing it. I was like, ooh, 219 yards a skein. Awesome! And I bought 6.
Can't math.
Couldn't math.
Because was it when you got back to the cabin that Selma said you don't have enough?
Yeah, I think it was when we got in the car to leave. And they were like, but I thought you needed 2,000. And I'm like, I do!
Did they
I'm
burst
proud
your,
of myself.
Did
and
they
then I was
burst
like,
your bubble?
Oh, no, I burst my own. I was like, oh, damn it. But I can order more from the company. So I need 4 more skeins, obviously.
Or get it next year.
I can't. I'm not waiting that long.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to make sure it's as close to this color as possible. So
but
I'm a moron, and I can't count because I was high on yarn fumes.
Well, and fresh from the sheep yarn fumes.
And it smells sheepy. I had to laugh. Our friend Andrea, the cat lady.
I was just thinking of that.
She created a public service announcement video for knitters who have been approached to make those big poofy blankets made from fiber. If you've ever had somebody ask you for one of these or approach you or whatever, or tell you that you could make a fortune making them, go to the cat lady's YouTube channel, CATT, and you can use this video to dissuade people from asking you for this thing because
I think
it is hilarious.
She did a great job.
Awesome job. So if you've been approached to knit one of those monstrosities, my cousin actually asked me for one. Well, no, she didn't so much ask for one. She said, I would really love one of those. And I was like, yeah, not practical. It would fall apart. And it will, because it's unspun fiber.
And you can't wash it.
And the second you put the slightest bit of pressure on it, it will come apart, as fiber is supposed to do.
Because fiber is supposed to be
and it will pill, and it will fluff, and
if you have animals and something about Velcro,
it'll end up looking like my hair. Don't do it.
And I mean, it'll cost you a good $500.
Smell the sheep.
And that's not counting labor.
Yeah. Don't do it. So anyway, this is the only yarn I bought. I have 6 skeins of it. I need 4 more, so I'll have to contact the company. And it doesn't have a colorway name because it's natural. It doesn't have a yarn name. Like, it's just their worsted.
Do you have a sheep name?
I do not have a sheep name. There was a lot of it. It's from Bartlett Yarns, who bill themselves as America's Historical Yarns. They are in Maryland. Oh, I'm sorry. That's their show schedule. I'll shut up now. They are where? Sitting along the banks of the Higgins Stream in Harmony, Maine, is a vintage mill building that holds the last remaining working spinning mule in the United States. Started in 1821, Bartlett Yarns was founded by Isaiah Bartlett 1821, and continues today with the Rice family. The principle of the mule is to duplicate the motion of a hand spinner. In hand spinning, the spinner's hand moves to and from the tip of spinning bobbin. Raw wool fibers are snagged onto the end of the bobbin and are drawn and spun between the tip of the bobbin and the spinner's fingertips. In mule spinning, a carriage contains a row of bobbins, moves back and forth simultaneously, drawing and spinning a 6-foot length of carded roping attached to each bobbin. I don't know if they mean an actual physical, like, living mule, or if it's a piece of equipment. I feel like an idiot now because I have no idea what they're talking about.
We will look it up.
But I think it's a piece of equipment.
I'm pretty sure it is. Is that it there?
I don't know. There's pictures on the card here if you want to. Like, it's very interesting. They're also going to be at the New England Fiber Festival in Springfield, Massachusetts next month, which I've been thinking about. And I'm like, no, I don't have the money for that. They also have an annual open house on the first Friday and Saturday of August each year, and they give free mill tours. So if you're ever in Harmony, Maine, first weekend of August, head on over. They do tours, so that's the only yarn I bought. That's it. All I bought.
Yeah. Wait till you see the rest.
Shush, woman.
I saw you walk through the door. You could barely fit because of the bags.
So I have a lot of stuff.
Do you have every bead now, including what's at home?
No.
Okay.
Not even close.
I
didn't get any of the Hog Island fleeces. I really, because Sarah, who used to be Cephalopod Yarns and now works for Cooperative Press, was telling us on the Rhinebeck board that there was going to be a breeder who was going to have Hog Island fleeces for sale and fiber and stuff. And I really, really wanted to get some, but we had no signal out there at all. Like, it was weird. I had no signal the whole weekend. I think there was something wrong with, like, my phone.
So you couldn't find them, or?
I couldn't look it up to find out what it was, and I wasn't gonna ask because I couldn't even find the Cooperative Press booth. I gave my program to Jess as we were walking away from where they were because I had picked one up and nobody else had, and she was like, "Oh, I need to find this guy," and I'm like, "Here," and there went my fount of information. So I couldn't find them, and I feel like I missed out because there's only, I think, 150 or 200 Hog Island sheep left. Mm-hmm. And I was really looking forward to it. I did see some people on the Rhinebeck board who managed to snag some, and it is lovely stuff, so I'm envious. Let's start with these big plastic bags so I can get all the crinkling out of the way at the same time.
Crinkle, 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 not sorry.
And I'm a really bad podcaster because I know I picked up a business card and I tossed it in here and I have no idea where it went. But I did toss it in this bag. I bought 2 bumps of this lovely stuff, which is wool and silk. It's not merino, but it's wool and silk.
Looks like a cloud.
I know, right? Sort of storm cloudy. So I bought 2 of those. And I bought 2 bumps of this lovely dark teal, which is coming up pretty much perfectly.
Yeah.
Ironically. And it's so, like, it's a big cloud. And I love it. So those I'm going to spin separately and probably ply together.
That'll be nice.
So that's the plan for those. And they may need to be carded first because they are pretty coarse.
Okay.
So there's that. And I don't remember the name of the booth,
so that's why I'm not knitting. I just want to look.
And my friend, my lovely friend, was back this year. I was so disappointed that he wasn't there last year. Little Barn was back. I was so happy. I was like, I'm so happy you're back. And he's like, well, it wasn't my choice to miss last year. He's military and they canceled his leave. So it was more along the lines of you don't have a choice, you can't go. So he was out the price of the booth and out the money he would have made that weekend. So it was...
that booth is...
Last year was rough.
His tent is... There's a lineup.
There was a lineup all the way around the inside. You could not walk in, look at what you wanted to look out, and walk out. You had to stand in the line. Because people would get snippy.
I did that one year and I'm like... I was like, I just want the yarn that's behind you. I don't want to cut in line.
Yeah, people would get really snippy about it, and it was kind of funny. But he was back this year, and he didn't have anywhere near as much stuff in the booth as he did the year before. But, I mean, he had a rough year last year, so But I had, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, beeline. Want the fiber. So I got this lovely 8-ounce bag of Polworth for, yes, $10.95.
8 ounces.
Yep.
Festivals are worth it.
Jen was like, you made me go to Little Barn. I'm like, I didn't make you go anywhere. She went back to Little Barn afterwards to get this. And he's my cheap, very, 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 very well prepared fiber guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I always buy the undyed just because I'm looking forward to being able to playing with dyeing stuff myself after it's spun, because I'm not crazy. But look at how well prepped that is. That is very, very well combed top.
It's pretty. Can I feel it?
Yes, you can feel it.
Feels
So
like.
that is Polworth. And it turns out I was looking for Corriedale, not Polworth. Because I gave the only Polworth I had in my stash to Sue for her birthday.
Oh.
Yep.
It doesn't
I
feel
didn't
the
find
same
any
as,
Corriedale
it
at
doesn't
all.
feel the same as mine, though. I mean, because it's colored.
I have 4 or 5 different Polworths, and they don't all feel like that.
That's quite
The
lovely.
2 Guys stuff that I bought at Stitches isn't quite that soft.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I was looking for Corriedale, and in my brain it was Polworth, so I bought Polworth. But hey,
That's gorgeous.
I'm perfectly happy to have 3 or 4 kinds of Polworth.
Hey, maybe
in my
once we
stash.
both spin that and I spin the stuff from Selma, then we can dye it. She's just a little happy. Her love affair is continuing.
I'm still high on Rhinebeck. It was amazing. We had probably the best year ever. It was fantastic. And then from Little Barns, I also... He had a sale bin this year that I have never noticed before. He probably had it before, but the booth was so crowded that I never saw it. But he had these 2 bags, and well, he had a whole bunch of bags in there, but these were marked at $1.95 each. This is 4 ounces of Chinese bamboo.
Has to be processed?
4 ounces! Yeah, it's going to have to be carded with other fibers, like blended and stuff, but it's 4 ounces of
But even at
raw,
$5.95,
loosely carded bamboo. $4 for 8 ounces! To begin with, 4 ounces was only $5.95, and then he marked it down, so I came out of there feeling like I had won the lottery. So I bought that. The very first thing I bought, first or second building we walked into, I was like, yoink. First booth, right in the front. I bought this lovely thing.
it's called Fluff.
This was in the Sheep Sheds booth. It is Marshmallow Farm. It's called Fluff, and it is 3 ounces of beautiful, beautiful rich brown cormo. That is so soft.
Oh, wow.
You can still feel the lanolin in it. Like, oh.
So whenever stuff has lanolin,
It
it is going to
smells
come...
like a sheep.
But it's going to come out on your hands, right?
Yes.
When you're spinning.
Like, my hands are actually a little sticky from the lanolin
So,
right now.
good idea to have a towel or something you can
So-
rub your hands on.
Oh, it's so soft.
I
They
can't
had
wait.
bigger ones, and they had smaller ones, but this one was just right. Because I didn't have any cormo either, so... It's so squishy.
I just can't wait till she starts spinning.
I know. I gotta take my wheel out of the closet. So that's the first bag.
There are a few more.
No, there's only one more.
Oh,
The red bag was my stuff that I packed for Tanya's.
okay.
Because after we finish recording, I'm leaving for Tanya's. And I'm going to spend the night there and come back tomorrow. Because I haven't had enough road trips in my life. Okay, so that's it for the Crinkle Crinkle. As soon as we got there, Selma said, or no, it was when I picked her up. She's like, I have a little present for you. And I'm like, oh. She bought me tea.
Oh, she got it from this place
This
near
is
work.
the little tea shop that's near where we work.
Is this where you have the sexy one?
No.
Oh, sorry.
And this one is called Pomme d'Api, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out what was in it. There are so many different things in it. There's cranberries, there's apples, there's a bunch of other stuff. I couldn't figure out what all was in it, but it's delicious. We had a pot of it while we were at Rhinebeck. And she also bought me this chocolate cardamom black tea from Sri Lanka, which I have not yet tried, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm bringing them to Tanya's with me so that maybe we can try some.
They sound delish. And I love that tea shop. Just the atmosphere of it alone. Have you been in it?
Nope. I haven't even found it yet.
I can tell you where it is. It's like a block away from work.
Yeah. And I'm going to save that till the end. Tanya, I didn't forget your present. I was like, I have to remember to bring that. So I tossed it in there. And Jen made me this lovely... Did Selma give you yours yet?
Oh, I have one? No.
Yes. Selma has yours. Selma, don't forget. Jen made us these gorgeous carved leather keychains.
Is that kind of what she had her name on?
Yep. So these are... It's actually carved into the top. They're knit stitches. And mine was... Yeah.
Wow.
She did these by hand. Mine is made without the beeswax finishing on it because my son is deathly allergic to beeswax, honey, all of that stuff. So she made mine and put it in a separate bag. I have a Havana s'mores bag from Mandy, actually. But, so Jen made this for me by hand. And I love it so much.
Wow.
You have one.
I didn't even know. See?
Selma probably forgot because
probably.
There was so much stuff coming home with us.
It's in the bottom of a bag with hers.
So this is Storm Coast, who is the Uncreative Crafters podcast. Uncreative my butt. Because look at this. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And she reminded me last night because I was forgetting. I had totally forgotten to pack it.
Me or her? Me or her?
No, Jen reminded me.
Oh.
Oh, that's Brandy's fiber. That was from something else. So this is fiber that I picked up. It is Burgess Brook alpacas. It is from an alpaca named Choco Blue because his name's on the bottom there. And it's not the colorway because that's black and teal. So I got two. You can feel the top. Brandy had ordered some fiber on Etsy, and disaster. It was supposed to be teal, and I thought it was black, but apparently it was purple. And it came to her, and it was light blue, not teal at all. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, "Yep." So I bought her two of these, and it is lovely, lovely, lovely alpaca. And I had the lady wrap it in a plastic bag.
Yes, because alpaca.
See how much she stick that little bit in?
Because see how much she loves you.
Just pop that in there.
I'll pop that in there so you don't touch it.
Yeah, and then you give it back. It's for Brandy. So I got that. And, I think that's the end of my fiber adventures. We did explore Woodstock. And Woodstock has... Friday, we went for a hike. We went for breakfast, then we went for a hike, which was about 2.5 hours. And I jokingly say that Selma and Crystal tried to kill me, but I picked the trail, so I can't even blame them. It was a level 3 difficulty trail out of 10. If that was a 3, I don't want to know what a 7 looks like.
I love the picture that you took of the two of them on the bench. That should be a postcard.
I sent it to Ashley, and he's like, I love that picture. So we went to the tea shop, and I got this. And I actually made Tanya blush last night with this name. It's I think it's just called the tea shop. I don't know that it has a name. But this is from Tay Teas, which I believe... It doesn't say where it's from. It's from Tay Tea. Tin made in China. Now, it doesn't say where the tea's from.
On the back?
No.
That part.
It doesn't say.
Mm.
Anyway, so I have no idea where this tea is from. But it is vanilla rooibos with peppermint and dark chocolate, and it is amazing.
You had me till you said peppermint.
That's why I felt I was safe bringing it over. Had it been the Duchess stuff that Crystal bought, I wouldn't have brought it over. Because that was a caramel rooibos, and oh my god, it was good. That was the sample that they had.
I have a version of a caramel rooibos. It's really good.
But this is amazeballs.
Can I just smell it?
Yep.
Is it loose?
Yep. It's minty.
It tastes... It smells like those round patties.
Yep. And it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had some. As soon as I got back from Rhinebeck, I had some.
I was told that mint is good for you.
Not everybody likes it.
And I went and drank some of Sean's mojito when we were there, and I'm like, yeah, I really don't like mint.
And mojito is really minty.
Mm-hmm.
And Sue brought this back for me from Texas. And it matches the yarn she brought me back too. It's hilarious.
Well, I saw the kitty one for me, and I was
do
like...
find this a little bit comical, though.
Yes. I saw the one for me and I was like, oh, I'll just make it a tradition because I've given them ceramic coasters already that I made myself. And I was like, oh, I got to keep it going. And then when I saw Selma's, I won't tell you what it is, I was like, okay. And then yours popped there. And that was after, no. Yeah, that was after I bought the yarn.
Okay.
But yeah.
And I brought this back for you. This was given to me by Megan of the Stocking and Zombies podcast.
Yes!
I even recognized her and everything.
Ooh.
So she gave me this little patch.
Yeah.
Megan and
Corey
of what? What's she at? She's got a podcast too, doesn't she?
No.
Oh.
She's I Rock Knits on Ravelry.
Okay, but anyway, they gave me this lovely little patch.
Thank you.
And they are writing a book together.
And it's
a pattern book.
It's an amazing name because it says Knit Cahoots, and the two of them are inseparable and funny. And
basically, it's about Minnesota 52. It's the highway that connects Corey and Megan. Their first book will feature sweaters, socks, and hats with inspiration taken from the road they traveled to reach one another. So it will be coming out in 2017. They give us this little card, and we will be talking to you about it when it comes out.
It's kind of awesome.
And she sent a little patch for you.
Do you want me to save the card?
Yes, that's probably a good idea. And after Rhinebeck, we left and went to a little shop called Fabulous Yarn in Tivoli, New York. Or Tivoli, New York. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But they had announced on the Rhinebeck board that they were giving away 3 goodie bags. So all you had to do is register and then show up at the store and collect your goodie bag.
Nice.
So we drove out there. Only Crystal and I had registered for the goodie bags. And these goodie bags are no joke. I mean, there's some serious
Oh, so you
swag
registered
in
and
here.
it was put aside?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you had to show up at the store before closing on on Saturday or Sunday to pick it up. So I felt bad because I didn't have any money left. And I was going to buy these soak wipes because I was like, I can't just not buy anything. That would be rude. And then I realized that I'd left my wallet in the car. I don't think they actually are wipes. They are little amounts of the liquid.
Yeah.
So they're little travel packs. But Jen ended up buying these for me because I had left my wallet in the car. So they're scentless soak in little individual packets.
Which is perfect for you. That'd probably do a pair of socks.
You could. There was another pack that had all the scents.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was this that had just the scentless, and I was like, sold.
Yeah.
That's mine.
You
So
tend
Jen
to
bought
like
it
that.
for me. That's a mini I got from Jess. It's Jingle.
Okay.
Was it from Jess or from Jen? I don't remember now.
Jingle, I think, is from Andrea.
Yeah, but it was one of the two of them that had it.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember who. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember who it was.
No. Minis, I don't even keep track of them anymore.
But first off, there were 2 patterns.
Aww.
They're Tilly Thomas. Mine were Tilly Thomas. They were all kinds of designers because Crystal got different ones, and I actually have one of hers at home. So Tilly Thomas, there's this one that is a jeweled turtleneck, which I might do without the turtleneck.
I was going to say I don't like the turtleneck, but the rest is quite nice.
The rest of it is very pretty. And there's Lion number 166. Actually, I think that's just the pattern
Oh
number.
my god, that is the cutest
But
thing.
it is a little stuffed lion, and it is adorable. So first we got these 2 patterns.
That's nice. Printed patterns are nice.
Yep. And then there were 2 full issues of Interweave Knits. I've got Interweave Knits and Interweave Knits Weekend. So I have a full issue of each.
Are they past issues?
Yep.
Cool.
This one is summer 2011. And I don't know when that one's from.
Normally it says.
Weekend 2011.
There you go.
So these are from 2011. They're old stock that they
But
had.
hey, good
And-
way to get your old stock out there.
Yep. I got a set of bamboo DPNs. It was kind of funny because these 3 ladies came out while I was waiting outside and they were fighting over what they got in their goodie bags. They're like, oh, you got really nice needles. I didn't get nice needles. How come I didn't get nice needles? And they were arguing over who got what in their goodie bags. And I was
free.
just like, oh my god, guys.
It's free and it's not cheap.
I got this lovely skein of undyed very rough, like, it's wool. It's thick and thin in spots. It's just a random skein of white yarn. There's no tag or anything, so I don't know what it is. This was in crystals, and she didn't want it. It is silk ribbon yarn. It's 100% silk. And it is lovely stuff. And I might make myself a little necklace out of it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking. Perfect. But it's super soft and it's super pretty. And then, I can't remember if one or two, I think two of these were mine and one of them was crystals.
What the heck is that?
But I ended up with 3 skeins of recycled sari silk.
Oh.
And depending on the yardage, I'm thinking I'm going to make a market bag out of this.
Okay.
So yeah, it's fabric.
Okay.
That was sort of...
They're putting it to use.
Cut into strips and spun. And, like, it's actually got this lovely feather pattern on it.
Wow. That's interesting.
On the end there. And I've got 3 skeins of it. And silk is very sturdy, right? So market bag would work. And I don't know what the hell else I would ever do with this. But that sounds like a good... I thought about that this morning. And it sounds like a good project. And they're fairly... heavy. Substantial skeins. So I'm actually looking forward to trying it. I imagine it'll be sort of like knitting with ribbon yarn. Mm-hmm. So that's what was in my goodie bag.
That's kind of
That was
awesome.
A serious goodie bag.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, that's why you registered.
So, and I mean, I felt bad because I didn't have any money to spend there, but hey, I brought 3 other people with me. Because Crystal had also registered, and we had 3 people in the car who had not. So I brought 3 other people with me, and everybody spent money there. So...
Don't feel so bad.
I don't feel that bad, but I mean,
Did Crystal find this, or did you, the registration?
I found it, and I sent it to everybody else, and Crystal registered as soon as she saw it, so.
Well, yes.
Because who doesn't want a free goodie bag?
Exactly. That's a quite awesome goodie
bag. Now that I know how close it is, because it's like 10 minutes down the road from Rhinebeck.
So if they do it every year.
Well, even if they don't.
We'll go there.
I'm going there again next year, because it's a gorgeous little shop, and they've got an amazing selection. So I will be heading back. And I thought it was a really neat way to sort of break up the Rhinebeck, you know. So that was my stash from there. And there's more. Before I even headed to Rhinebeck,
pretty.
I had a birthday. This was the weekend before. I wasn't here because Rob was here, and it was Thanksgiving weekend, and my cousin was getting married, and I just had no time to myself. But I did find some time to myself on the Sunday, and we drove down to Upper Canada Village with our friends Sylvie and Sarah to see the Pumpkin Furno display, which was really impressive. If you're local, like if you're from anywhere in the greater Ottawa, upper New York area, go. It is worth it. It is in Morrisburg, which is an hour from Ottawa. And you can reach it from Messina, Watertown area as well. Mm-hmm. So if you're like that close to the Canadian border in the States, come on up. It is so worth it. There is a cost. It's $15 to get in. Okay. If you're smart, you'll buy your tickets online before you go because the lineup was crazy.
Oh, to get in. Okay.
There was a lineup of several hundred people.
Oh, good.
It was nuts.
Listen to Lynn.
We had bought our tickets across the street because we stopped at the restaurant across the street for dinner before we went in. And she said, oh, would you like to buy your tickets before you go? It'll save you some time. And we were like, sure. We get there. We get to circumvent the entire line. And people are glaring at us.
And that's when you go, ah.
And we're like, oh my God, I'm so glad we didn't have to wait in that line. But it's a display of over 7,000 carved pumpkins. They're fake, obviously, because the whole thing is over a month long and they would have rotted away by now. I think it's September 30th to October 30th, so it's a month. And it is so worth seeing. It is amazing. And I would definitely go back next year. So Sylvie and Sarah bought me this lovely yarn. Is that Donegal? No, they didn't buy it for me there. They had it for me.
Donegal.
Donegal Tweed Homespun. There's the label. Mm-hmm. And of course, it has a super creative colorway name. It's 814. And it is pure new wool. And it is sort of rustically spun. It's brown with these green, teal and red and white flecks in it. That is just beautiful.
You say tweed and you have Lynn's heart.
You know, I'm not really that fond of tweed, but I really like it. I really like this one.
But when I think of you, I think I do. Oh, tweed. She'd love that. I don't know.
That's weird. I'm not really a tweedy person, but I do have a lot of tweed yarns. But I really like this one.
It's nice.
So that was my birthday
What's the yardage
present.
on that?
It is 194 yards per ball.
That's enough.
So I'm thinking of making, because it is really scratchy, I'm thinking I'm going to make myself mittens that I can wear dollar store gloves under for in the car. Yeah. Over mitts.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm having thoughts.
You go, girl.
They may actually become Bella mitts just because I think that pattern would set off the yarn beautifully.
Oh, that would just be amazing.
So it is lovely stuff. Thank you, ladies. I love it.
See? Birthdays!
I got squishy, and Sarah's birthday's coming up too, so haha.
Sarah Sheriff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her birthday's in December.
I know too many Sarahs.
I know, I've got like 9 of them on my Facebook.
I have a stepsister named Sarah, and then there's this Sarah, and that Sarah, and that Sarah. It's like,
But wait, there's more. So, we get to Crystal's house to pick her up, and she's like, so I've got this stuff I'm destashing. Here, you guys each
she
get
does
to pick a
it
stain.
Every year she travels. She just throws us
She
a
does
bag
it
of
to
yarn.
us all the time. So she was destashing some stuff. Yep.
I'm just going to see.
It
I have
is.
that.
I know.
I have that.
So I ended up with a skein of 3 Irish girls, adorned sock.
We probably bought it at the same time.
In the Giving Tree colorway. You did.
What did I knit out of that?
I don't remember, but you did use it. I remember you using it.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up.
So I now have a skein of Giving Tree, and it's gorgeous, and it's soft, and it's mine.
Come on, wrap the other side around. Pull a Mina.
Yarn beard.
Wait, do we need a new episode title?
Yarn beard?
Yep.
God. Actually, the Jacob, it would be, not the Jacob, the Cormo would be a perfect, that lumberjack hipster type beard would be perfect.
Lumbersexual.
So I got that from Crystal. Thank you very much. And then Sue,
I don't know what she's talking about.
brought me back this lovely thing. This is Island Yarn Siam Base in the Pacific colorway. And it is gorgeous, and it is coming up exactly as it is, which is weird because my shirt still isn't.
Yeah, I had 2 yarns in my hand, and I just kept going to that. Jeanette actually picked the other color, which I can't even remember it is, and I'm like, nope, this is it.
It's squishy.
Because when I think of you, I know you like all the colors, but I tend to go to blue for some reason. And it's so soft.
And it's 100% superwash merino, so it's not going to be socks.
I did that on purpose.
Soft. It's too soft for socks anyway.
I wasn't going to buy you soft yarn.
It's lovely.
It's going to be, I can't wait to see what it looks like balled up, let alone knit up.
And then Jeanette. Crazy
so this
lady.
is funny because I wanted to buy something from her shop, and she was like, oh, and I forgot to bring that skein of yarn for Lynn. I was like, okay. So the Sunday morning before we left, she's like, can we come to the restaurant there and have breakfast? Because my husband says it's great, and I'll bring the yarn. And she's like, I thought of Lynn right away with this.
It's Open Skies yarn. It's the same company she gave Sue yarn from, and the colorway is called Chilly Mornings. And look at this.
Oh, it's not coming
See, that again is coming up teal, not blue. This is actually a very muted...
Put it over me. Will that help?
Sort of a periwinkle blue.
No.
It's sort of periwinkle.
It matches your shirt because it's the
I
same
know,
color.
It's the same color as my shirt, but neither one is coming up right on the monitor. But anyway, so it's this lovely tweedy yarn, and it's superwash merino and neps, I guess.
Yeah, because
is
of
the tweed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's so soft. It's a different kind of soft than the other stuff. The other stuff has the lofty soft, like it almost like grabbing air. And this is more of a really sturdy yarn, but very, very soft. Mm-hmm. And I love them both. Thank you. And I think that's all of it.
Yeah, I brought Selma some stuff home, which she'll show you, but it wasn't yarn, because when I said, I'm going to Texas, do you know...
See, I don't have to buy yarn.
And I said, I know, Selma, you don't want yarn, but what about Lynn? She's like, I'm not turning away free yarn.
Nope. I never say no to yarn. Well,
so now
true. I do say no to yarn.
She has yarn from that part of the country.
Yes. and so much fiber. So much fiber.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
That's it.
Wow.
That's all I got.
That's pretty cool.
And I brought back a block of sheep cheese for Elizabeth because she was hugely pregnant and couldn't come with us.
Cheese.
So I figured she would appreciate cheese more than yarn because cheese is her favorite food group. And she was very happy to get some sheep cheese. So that was all I got. And yeah, that's pretty much all of it.
Wow. You might have to
That was enough.
Yeah, I think, but you have to add stuff to the show notes too, don't you? Later.
No, I don't really. Just the key tag from Jen.
Okay. So we still have coupon codes because I'm broke and you need to save us money. Bags by Awesome Granny has an ongoing coupon code for 10% off, and it's the number 2 TS10. Oh.
And Lisa from Six Munchkin Stitching has an ongoing coupon code for 10% off everything in her shop, 2Tangled10. The words 2 Tangled and the number 10.
Yep.
That's it?
It is.
That was a really long episode.
Just for the two of us?
For the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
There will be no captions because I have to hit the road.
No, and I ain't doing captions.
Yeah, well.
And now I forget what I wanted to call the podcast because...
Yarn Beard?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rhinebeck in Texas? No.
I'm trying to pack all my stuff back together so I can leave.
Yeah, I will stop everything and then maybe we should stop the podcast. Because, happy crafting.
Bye.
Bye.